Hey artists, today off the supply table we've got lots of things we're going to need to grab. We're going to need a white scrap, we're going to need a black sheet of paper, 2 different color green sheets of paper, and just a little folder, okay? And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my folder. If there's a name on it, just scratch that out or scribble it out and just write your name. Mr. Calvert. I'm not writing it so big that it takes up the whole thing because I want to be able to reuse these. Okay, so just write your name so that way I know whose it is. And after I have my name on that, we're going to be using the folder because we're going to have lots of different parts today. We're not going to finish these, so we're going to put our parts into the folder so we can hold on to them for next time. And we are going to be making a Frankenstein, I said, or a Frankensteina, if you're a lady Frankenstein. And you're going to take one of your green sheets of paper. It doesn't really matter which one. And at your table, I have these tracers. You can see that it looks like a sideways face. It doesn't matter which one you use. Okay, you're going to get the same result. So I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to kind of line it up in the center of my paper like this. And I'm going to trace it. Now you might notice that your tracer doesn't quite make it to the tippy top of your paper. And if that's the case, which should be for everybody, I'm just going to take it and I can just kind of curve the chin off my paper, forehead, just kind of go straight up. Okay? So I end up with something like this. I'm going to take my scissors and I can carefully cut that out right on the line. Ta-da! So I get 2 of these. Okay? And I can see that when I place these on top of each other, you can see how we get kind of this. We're going to start to get a Frankenstein head. Okay? Doesn't matter which side you use. You know, I can do this one as well. Okay? But whichever one you don't use, you're going to use to cut up scraps. Okay? So here's my Frankenstein head. I'm just going to kind of set it on there. I'm not going to glue anything today. I'm going to cut out a neck, which is kind of like a rectangle. So I got my Frankenstein neck. I could cut out a couple semicircles and give myself ears. So I'm actually going to fold it in half because I want 2 of them. Remember, a semicircle looks like this. And that can work as an ear. So I can put these out here like this. Okay. Next, I should probably do some eyes and hair. Once I find my black scrap, here it is. So I got my ears, I got my neck, got my face. Let's do hair first. So you can see that this black sheet of paper is as wide as the head. That's perfect. Okay, you need to decide what your hair is going to look like. A lot of times we think of Frankenstein kind of having like this zigzag cut. You don't have to do hair like that though, but you are going to probably want to make sure that it's as wide as that black sheet of paper. If you're doing a lady Frankenstein, obviously you can change up the hair. It does not need to look like mine. This is your monster. Okay, I got my hair. Something like that. Okay, remember, I'm not going to glue anything down today. We'll glue next time because I'm not sure if we'll get everything cut out. All right, next, let's do some eyeballs. I know that my eyeballs, if I fold my white sheet of paper in half, I'll get 2. Draw out your eyes. Your eyes can be whatever shape you'd like. I can see where, so here's my nose. Okay, this little dip would be where your eyes are at. So that's probably where I would put my eyes. Okay, looks like he probably needs some eyebrows. So maybe I want to take my paper and fold it in half. I could draw out some eyebrows. You could do like rectangles. You could do, I think I'm going to do almost like a zigzag eyebrow. This. I can cut this out and unfold it. I only have one. I just need to snip it on the fold. So I could have some Frankenstein eyebrows. Okay, maybe a mouth. What kind of mouth do you want your Frankenstein to have? Is he a happy Frankenstein? Is he a yelling Frankenstein? Is he a sad Frankenstein? I think I'm going to do a happy one. Right now it looks sad because it's upside down. But when I cut this out, I can flip it upside down. And obviously we can see where his lips are. So I'm just going to kind of put this over top of the lips. I could give my Frankenstein some pupils. Remember, those are going to be just smaller circles, and I always recommend drawing your circle first so you can see where you want to cut. Carefully cut that out. Remember, keep your paper folded and you'll get 2 of them. Make your life easier. Like this. I could give my Frankenstein some teeth, maybe. Maybe some little rectangles, or you could give them like fangs if you want. Get these apart. Okay, maybe something like that. Okay, so there's my Frankenstein. Oh, I almost forgot my bolts. I can take my black sheet of paper. Once again, I will probably want it folded in half. And my bolt. It's kind of like 2 straight lines. Hopefully you can see this on the screen. Maybe like almost like an oval on top. And when I cut this out, I can see that they're going to be attached still because I drew it on the fold. I can just snip it in the middle. And this would give me some bolts on my neck. Okay. When I'm finished, I've got all the details I want. I'm going to carefully put everything into my folder. That way I can glue them together next class. Okay. Make sure your name is on your folder. When you're done with them, we can put these up front in a nice neat pile. Your leftover scraps, if they're big enough that we can still do something with them, put them in the scrap bin. Like this one I could probably still use for something. Something like this could probably go in the garbage can because there's not much left that we could do with it. Okay, when you're done, be sure to clean up after yourself.